That's where we end today's conversation. On behalf of producer Warren Bertram, I'm Monique Whitfield. Thanks for listening. Join us again next week for another edition of Get the Facts.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
4 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. It is Friday. It's Friday, June 6, 2025. We are alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9, thank you so much for joining us on your radio. We appreciate your company there. If you're listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. That's where we are over there on YouTube. So good morning to all the YouTube peeps. Thank you for joining us. David Nebar is first in the YouTube chat this morning. Good morning to you, David. I'm also seeing Merlene Russell, Sharon Atkinson, Marvelous Marvin Herman. Good morning to all of you. Hugh Donaldson, top of the morning to you as well. Lily White, good morning. Sir Errol Townsend, top of the morning to you. Let me see who else I'm missing out before I go. Roger Smart, good morning to you. Roger say morning. Morning, Roger. Top of the morning to you. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. Those on our website, the Listen Now option there, top of the morning to you as well. Thank you so much for making it Nationwide 90 FM. I am also live on TikTok over there, Nora Gay Banton. You can just search my name and you can find me over there on TikTok. So big up all the TikTok peeps as well. And just before we jump into the program we have planned for this morning, I have here in my hand 2 Bleachers tickets for the Racers Grand Prix this Saturday. 2 Bleachers tickets here for you for free, and all I need you to do is go into the YouTube chat and just say, I want them. You must be able to come to Nationwide and pick them up before the end of the day. All right, guys, you must be able to come to Nationwide and pick up these tickets before the end of the day. If you know you're not going to get them, don't come and say you want them. Please allow someone who will want the tickets and will be able to go to the show, to the meet to get them. All right. So 2 Racers Grand Prix Bleachers tickets. Just comment, I want them. And David Nebar is the first person I'm seeing saying, I want them. So David, we have the tickets for you. Michelle will know, will let you know how you can pick them. Oh, he took it back. Okay, and I see Herman saying, I need them. Herman didn't say I want them. So is that a joke, Herman? Are you just cracking a fast one on me? Let me know if you actually want the tickets. All right, guys. So I have the tickets. Just comment, I want them. And all right, I want to see the words, I want them. So maybe Herman is playing a little joke on me there because she said, LOL. Melissa Foster is there with I want them. So I hope Melissa can come for them today. All right, good. It's a Friday. So let's jump right into JPS Scares.
The hour between 9 and 10 is brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
passion and vibes. And through it all, there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
All right. Inside JPS Cares this morning, we will be joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruth Lynn Johnson. Give it up for Ruth Lynn. Good morning, Ruth Lynn.
Good morning.
How are you this morning? Yeah, man.
I'm good. I'm loving it.
Awesome. We're shining this morning. Yes.
I was singing along a while ago.
I can imagine. Yes, I was too. Yeah, it's a nice little jingle. But this morning, Ruthlyn, we're gonna be talking about steps to take for power restoration after a hurricane. Right? The 4 steps for power restoration after the hurricane. So we are assuming that, we're hoping we don't get any major weather events this hurricane season. But in case that happens, we'll hear what will happen after the hurricane comes and what JPS will be doing to get everyone back on the system. You can go right ahead.
Right. So, the hurricane season has passed, right?
Right.
No, not the hurricane season.
The hurricane.
The hurricane season is here. The hurricane has passed.
Right.
And we've now gotten the all clear from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. That's ODPEM. They've given us the all clear, which means that the immediate danger has passed, that the storm would have posed, and it is now safe for the crew to begin damage assessment. With that all clear given, we at JPS, we're now going to engage our 4-step power restoration protocol, because we have a protocol that we utilize whenever we are going to restore power. It's not a willy-nilly approach. I've said it to people all the time. They think all kinds of things in terms of how we do it, but it's a very organized protocol that we utilize in order to restore power to our customers. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to check for damage at our power plants. Really what we're doing is we're checking the power plants and the main transmission lines. It is important that we ensure that everything is fine in these areas, because if these things are not working and if they're not in proper condition, then it means you can't get any power, because power plants are where we make the power, and the transmission lines take the power that is made from the power plant out into the communities and, out there on the streets. So we first have to check for the damage on the power plants and the main transmission lines, determining what has happened. Do we need to fix things? Are things, 50% good? How bad it is or how good it is? And this will actually give us an opportunity to say that, okay, based on the level of damage, this looks like we're not going to get back power in the country until another, right, Nora?
Right.
So we're able to give some kind of assessment right at that point in time. We're able to give some kind of projection. And then after that, we move now to the essential services. So you'll find that there'll never be I've never seen it in my time being here, where everything is completely damaged.
Right.
So there's going to be something that is still up and running. And once we have some units that are still available, we have some transmission lines that are still up and running, what we're going to do is that we're moving on to step 2. And step 2 is where we check for essential services. Now, essential services are essential, as everybody understands. It's self-explanatory. You understand why we have to attend to the essential services first. We're talking about our hospitals. Mm-hmm. We're talking about our airports. We're talking about the communication systems. We're talking about our water supply facilities. We're talking about our morgues. I'm sure I don't need to tell people why we need to get those back up and running. So we're going to ensure that they first get the power. So once we have a situation where we're able to send power out from the power plants onto the transmission lines out somewhere, the first set of people who we're going to be looking at and we're going to ensure that we turn their lights back on are those persons, the essential services. We must get them back up and running, because it is important that they are in operation, because they take take care of everything else.
Right.
Right? So we have to get them up. I've gotten a call, some persons asking, why is it that the hospital is back and I don't? And I'm saying, are you really serious, ma'am? Do you understand why the hospital has to be back up and running? They are just like me. They're a customer of JPS just like me. And I'm thinking sometimes when you have crisis situations, I think people kind of lose their minds, right?
A little bit, maybe.
To ask questions like those. All right. So once we get the essential services up, and we're not always able to get all of them up, because it really depends on the capability of the power plants and the transmission lines that will determine that. But we're going to work hard at ensuring that we get those back on the grid. After that, we move to step 3. And step 3, these are our large power lines. These serve entire communities. So what we're doing at this point in time is we move now to the distribution lines that serve entire communities or large groups of customers. And I want our customers to understand that. If I have a line over here, Nora, that serves 10 people, and I have a line over here that serves 10,000 people, which one would you realistically want to get on first?
The one with
Would it be the 10,000?
Right.
It makes sense because it's a crisis time. People are without power. And if I can put a whole bunch of people back on in one go, it makes sense to do it. And then we come back later to the line that serves 10. So I know the 10 people are going to be right now listening and saying, really? So what is the difference between me and those 10,000 people? The point is, we're trying to get everybody back onto the grid, but we can't put everybody back on at the same time. So we're going to go for the large groups. Everywhere we can find a line that serves a large group of people, and we're able to get that line back up and running, we're going to pull that line, and we're going to pull those people back on the grid because it makes sense to put on a whole bunch of people. So you're reducing the numbers as you go along.
Yes.
So we're going to serve those larger communities, larger groups of customers who are on those large power lines first.
All right. We are up on a break. Yes. So we are going to take this break, and when we come back, we have more JPS Cares.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paints. The time by Edgechem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is
9:16.
Spring into style with Unique Living. Upgrade your home with our extensive range of products. Get sleek shower panels, stylish vanities, LED and non-LED mirrors, plus kitchen sinks, closet solutions, ceiling fans, and more. Available in various finishes and sizes. Visit shop number 630 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-755-3661 or visit our website at www.uniquelivingja.com. Don't wait to spring into style with Unique Living.
Commercial spaces for you. Parks and attractions for you. Housing and residential developments for you. Beautiful rental properties for you. Improving quality of life through infrastructure development across Jamaica for you. The Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. Brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation.
UDC for you.
Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton, and it's JPS Cares this morning. We are joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruthlyn Johnson, and she is talking to us about the steps that JPS will take after a natural disaster, after a hurricane, to restore power. What's the protocol? And she already went through 3 of those steps. First, they will, check the power plants and the main transmission lines to ensure that everything is good there, so that when them, flip the switch, it don't start a fire, right? And then they will check essential services. So, yeah. Gotta check the hospitals and police stations and those places that are essential for, the society. And then they will reconnect the larger, power lines, grids, or how do you phrase that? Ruthlyn, you can come back here.
We connect the large power lines. Power lines,
all right. So the larger power lines, they connect first, and then Ruthlyn is gonna pick up from here.
And then we move to step 4. Step 4 now takes care of the smaller power lines. So these are now the lines that serve smaller groups of customers. And we also, at this point in time, we're looking at those isolated issues. So that particular home, we had turned the power on in this large area earlier in step 3, and you did not get back power. And you're like, why? No, all my neighbors are back and I don't have. And we'll find that is probably the most painful of the situation.
Yeah.
When everybody around you because when we're all out together, it's fine. Everybody in the misery, yeah. But when Nora come back and Michelle come back and I am in the middle in between both of them and I don't have any, then that is when the real bitterness starts,
Yeah.
Nora, and that's when they call and they tell us things you never knew that people could tell other persons. But what they need to understand is that sometimes it's specific issues. And earlier in another interview before, I spoke of the things that you need to do to protect yourself, because it's at that point when you end up with those unique issues. Water got into your house, so you have water in your outlet. You have the tree fell on your service wire, so your service wire is broken, and because of that now, even though we've turned the power on in the community, you don't have any power. So you're now a part of the final stretch, and this is really the frustrating time, I know, for many customers. But at this point in time, we're now looking at the individual issues in the individual homes. We're looking at the smaller groups, a line that serves 10 customers. And so we're now going to attend to those persons once we've made sure that a large bulk of the ones that serve the large customers, the large groups of customers are back on. We're now attending to the smaller groups. What it means, though, if people think about it very carefully, it means we're not going step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, like across the entire country. It means that in different parts of the country, you may find different steps being done. And it also means that at different points in time, you may have a number of the steps happening. Because let's say, for example, in Kingston, we have step 1, where we would have done the power plants and the main transmission lines. We determined that everything was fine.
Right.
So we moved on to step 2. But the wire that served UWI Hospital was fine, but the one that served Medical Associates was not fine. So you're going to find step 2 happening up there, but we still didn't move on to step 2 down by Medical Associates, because we're still trying to get their line fixed from the step 1. So you're going to find that at different points in time, different steps may be actually happening at the same time in the same parish. So I don't want persons to think that once we pass step 1, we pass step 2, we're on to step 3, we're not doing step 2. So if your hospital was passed and it wasn't done, we're not coming back to you. No. It's just that there's an order for how it is done. Right. So in one area, the steps are being carried out and they're at a different point. In another area, the steps may be at a different point as well. So you may find steps happening at the same time in different areas. I want everybody to understand that, all right? Because people sometimes panic. They've moved on. They've served my area. Everybody's got power except me. So what does that mean? It doesn't mean we're not coming back to you. We're going to come back, but we're going to come back after we continue to serve some other large groups of customers. Make sense?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, good. Just want to make sure that we get that. Now, we'll follow the steps because we don't want to skip or rush the process, and because electricity is such a commodity that is beautiful and wonderful, but at the same time, like you said earlier, you don't want to turn power on and people, have problems. So you have to follow the steps to make sure that it's done safely. We don't want to cause any problems to our customers' premises and to our customers, the human beings, and we don't want to damage our system as well, because if we don't do it in a very systematic way, it means that you end up with problems. For example, if you rush step 1, if you move out and start sending power out before ensuring that the power plants are absolutely, up and running properly, it means you might find that something happens and the power becomes unstable, and you actually have to almost like start over the process. So you don't want that to happen. So we have to go step by step. So one person to understand it is a process. It's not willy-nilly. So when you call to say, I don't have any power, we probably know that you don't have power, but it doesn't mean we're going to come to you just yet, because we have to get this thing fixed first before we can come to you. And so we ask for patience during the hurricane season. I remember what happened last time. It was chaotic, but I'm asking for persons. I think JPS, Nora, has actually... We outdid ourselves. Over the years, we've actually brought power back on so quickly that people have started to think that if the hurricane passes at 5 o'clock today, my power should come back on at 6. I don't know if you get that feeling. People think the power should come back like immediately. But we want persons to remember that it has to be done safely so that we can ensure that everything is fine and it remains stable once we put you back on.
Yes.
Now, we're asking our customers once again, and we always ask you to do that, but as the hurricane season is on, we ask you to make sure that you update your contact information with us, because we do send out a lot of information generally, but during the hurricane season, we send out a lot of information, and we send out updates related to restoration, which is going to be critical. People want to know what is happening. Am I on the list for today? Am I on the list for tomorrow? If we don't have your contact information, your email address, if we don't have your phone numbers, it means that you might be left out of the loop in terms of being in the know. We want to make sure that you get the important alerts and the notifications that we're sending out. So make sure that you update your information with us. If you've changed your phone number, if you've changed your email addresses, contact us and share those information with us. And remember to download our MyJPS Online. That's our app. MyJPS Mobile. That's the app to make sure that you keep updated and you follow us on social media, which is at MyJPS Online, and there you can get information about us on all of our platforms. We're on all of them. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok. It's not Twitter anymore, right? It's
X.
We're on X, right? We're on TikTok, and we're on Instagram. So follow us to get all the safety tips, all the real-time updates, and any information related to the hurricane during the season. And that's the information for the protocol and what persons need to do to make sure that they're kept in the know.
All right. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much, Ruthlyn. Those 4 steps from JPS, what they will do to ensure that customers are back up and running where power is concerned for the hurricane season. And where there are natural disasters. Ruthlyn, this person in the YouTube chat, has been trying to ensure that when that time or if that time comes, they are not on the part of the list where the smaller power lines are connected and you have to come to them last because it's them alone. And they've been reporting this post between 68 and 70 Westminster Road.
My pen.
So
a pole that is broken, compromised.
It's falling down. The person says it's on its way, and they've been reporting here and to JPS for quite some time now. To no avail. JPS post 68 and 70 Westminster Road, Kingston 10, falling down, and the person says tired to report it. A disaster is waiting.
Sure nobody has come there?
Well, the pole is still leaning, so I'm guessing nobody came, or if they came, they weren't able to fix, or I don't know. But the pole is still there, according to the person on YouTube. So.
All right. All right. Okay, got it.
All right. So let's see if we can get that one before anything happens.
Right.
That's detrimental. All right. So do we have giveaways this morning?
Yes, we have giveaways. Let me see what's going on here. We have a 10,000, we have a 5,000, and we have a 5,000. What does that mean? Who gets which one?
10, a 5, and a 5. How do we do it now? How many callers do we have, Michelle? 1. So let's do that one person on the phone, and then let's do 2 5s for YouTube.
All right.
And
the person is ready?
It's June in June.
Yes. June, your time has finally come, you know.
My birthday's coming up soon.
What? Your birthday's in June too?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Funny. Okay, June and birthday in June. Wow, you better make sure you win this one. Here it is. A simple, easy question for all of $10,000. After a hurricane, JPS must receive the all-clear signal before teams can begin assessing the damage. Which agency provides that all-clear?
ADPEM.
What's it?
ADPEM.
ADPEM. You know what it stands for?
Disaster.
No, man, the O. We have to start from the O first, man. June.
What did she say? What did you
She
say?
start with disaster.
Oh, yes. You have to start with the O.
Start with the O, man.
Don't remember the office.
Yes, the office of
Disaster.
and the P
Preparedness.
and the E
Emergency.
and the M.
Management.
There you go.
Thank you. I was in school just now.
All right.
Congratulations, you get a $10,000 voucher
Awesome.
attached to your light bill.
Awesome.
And that's our birthday gift to you.
There you go. Happy birthday when it comes, June.
Thank you, Miss Nora.
All right, no problem. We're up on another break, so we're going to take the break. When we come back, we'll do the two $5,000 vouchers for the YouTubers.
All right.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:30.
You have to win? Then just bet. Bet on the game, no stress, no sweat. And win big in the Wanna Bet Just Bet promotion. Spend $1,500 or more on one Just Bet ticket and complete the entry form at promotions.supremegames.com for your chance to win. Third place gets Beats by Dre. Second place gets an iPhone 15 and AirPods Pro. And first place gets a 65-inch TV and a soundbar. Promotion runs May 16 to July 20, 2025. Grand draw July 25, 2025. Authorized under Section 58. Free of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Jamaica eyes were built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
Are you burning up with this summer heat?
The place hot, man.
Get cool now with a Hisense air conditioner.
I feel good.
With advanced energy-saving inverter technology and whisper quiet operation, beat this heat with Hisense. Available at Aliabar Brands Limited, 64 Hagley Park Road, or call 876-676-5951 now.
So good. So good. I got you.
The following hurricane tip is brought to you by Trelawney Co-op Credit Union. Avoid driving as roads may be blocked. Avoid sightseeing or entering a storm-ravaged area unnecessarily. You could be mistaken for a looter. The preceding hurricane tip was brought to you by Trelawney Co-op Credit Union. For us, you're always number one. Telephone 876-954-3253.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's JPS Cares this morning, and we are joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruth Lynn Johnson. And we're doing our giveaways now. And we're going to go to YouTube. But just before we go to YouTube, Ruth Lynn, somebody on my TikTok live said I must big you up because you used to teach them at School of Continuing Studies.
That's a long time.
His name is Roger Smart. Do you remember Roger Smart?
You know when you said Roger Smart, I remembered his name and I thought to myself, I know Roger Smart. I wonder if it's the same one.
Really?
Yes, I actually thought about it when you said it. I said, I wonder if it's the same Roger that I know. Mm-hmm.
There it
Hi,
is.
Roger.
So yeah, Roger is listening over there on TikTok.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Well, he's on TikTok now.
Okay.
All right. So let's go to the questions for our YouTubers. We have 2 questions for our YouTubers.
All right, here we go. First one, after checking and repairing the power plants and the main transmission lines, which is the first step in the 4-step process, I want people to tell me, what is the second step?
All right. What is the second step in the 4-step process? After, yeah, man, you see now, Hermin come and Hermin answer the question with all of the steps.
Well, we don't know which one she's giving us when she answers all of them, though.
So we need the second step, and the second step came from KT Buelo. KT said the essential services, example, hospitals.
Wonderful. That is it. Restoring power to the essential services. The hospitals, the water facilities, the airports, the communication systems, and the morgue.
Yes, indeed. So, guys, you just have to listen and wait.
I don't think they're ever going to do that. They're always trying to get the prize.
So, KT Buelo is the winner for that question. $5,000 towards your next JPS bill. KT Buelo. Hermin saying she numbered them, but Hermin, I didn't ask for all 4. Guys, just wait and listen. Come on, man. Sure. All right, Ruthlyn, what's the next question?
All right, the next question is another simple question. For $5,000, I want people to tell me, what's the final step in the 4-step process?
All right.
What's the final step?
Final step, no. So we just asked for the second step. The next question is the final step. What's the last step in the 4-step process for restoring power? And KT Buelo, you are there, but I don't think you can get it again. So I'm going to wait for the next person. And Sharifa Griffith says the smaller power lines and isolated issues.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Sharifa
Griffiths. Congratulations to you, Sharifa. You and KT Buelo will get $5,000 towards your JPS bill. I'm sure that will do a lot for you. And Sharifa is, a repeat winner. So Sharifa has been benefiting,
KT hasn't won in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Benefiting from this program here. Love that. One
There's
day.
some people who win over and over.
That is true.
Basically paid by us.
Let them black bill free, basically.
Yes.
One day, when I'm on leave, I'm going to see if I can get answer the question. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Or you should get daddy to do it. You always tell me that daddy.
Yeah, but I don't know what he's doing at this time of the morning. He may be busy. That man's always doing something.
His daughter.
I mean, yeah, maybe if he has some time right now, but yeah, he's always doing something. So I don't know. Okay. But yeah,
daddy.
I'll tell him if he has some time, he should listen on Fridays. So that All right. So are you staying with us, Ruthlyn?
I am. I can. I have the time.
Okay,
so
great.
What we can do now is take some issues that persons may have, or maybe people are calling in to say how wonderful JP has been to them.
Ruthlyn, I just love how hopeful you are. There's always positivity and joy within you, and that's just remarkable.
Company makes people's lives great. Electricity. How can you survive without electricity? It's a great thing.
Absolutely. You are correct.
And we're here for you.
Absolutely.
So yes.
Yes.
Who knows? Let's see. We might just get 2 callers today calling in to say
just to big up
wonderful.
JPS.
If you're out there and JPS has been great to you, call in and let Nora stop snickering.
All right, so the phone lines are open. The numbers to call 876-630-9371. There's also 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and there's 618-8255. If you have a JPS related matter, today is the perfect day to call. We have JPS's customer service area manager for the East, Ruthlyn Johnson, is on with us. But if you are not living in the East and you are in the West or in the Central region or the North or the South, then Ruthlyn can still take the issue and give it to those who will be better able to assist you. So give us a call. The phone lines are open and we will take your issues. Okay, I almost gave you that one again for Westminster Road, but I'm remembering I already gave it to you. So I'm telling our YouTubers, if you are unable to call, you can just type your issue in the chat and we will see how best we can get that from you. If there's additional information that we need from you, we may ask you to give us a call. But for the most part, you can leave your issues in the YouTube chat and we will try to get to those as well. I see Michelle on the phone. I don't know if we have a caller on the line. Do we have a caller on the line? Kevin, is there somebody waiting to speak, or is Michelle doing some behind the scenes counseling around there? Is that what's happening? I don't know. But let me remind you of the numbers again. 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. I was just about to say, Ruthlyn, it looks like JPS has been doing an amazing job over the past months, and nobody has a JPS related issue, and that would be great. Well, if you don't have an issue, you can call and let us know that JPS has been doing an amazing job, as Ruthlyn said earlier. So if you don't have any issues, give us a call and tell us how great
talk about something else.
JPS has. You have more things to talk about, Ruthlyn.
There's so many things to talk about as it relates to JPS. I would just want to go to the topic of persons who want to open an account, because we have this new brochure, how to get a JPS meter.
Okay.
It's available in our offices. We have the electronic version as well posted on our website. Because, it's interesting that even though persons do this process over and over, a lot of persons just seem not to, it's something you don't remember. It's like buying a house. If you bought your first house, you somehow need to learn the process all over again to buy another one if you're going to get a second house. It's the same thing. So I just want to remind our customers, because sometimes they submit their information on the app and they wonder why they're not getting through, because they don't have the necessary documents that they require. So I just want to run through that until somebody calls. How do you get yourself connected to the JPS grid if you want to open an account? So the first thing you'll need is your application letter. Right? If you're on the app actually provides a letter for you, which you just need to sign to complete the process. If you walk into the office, you can walk with your hard copy application letter, right? So you need a signed letter. If the building had electricity before, then you want to put that information in the letter in terms of put the meter number in. People may wonder, why do we need the meter number? We want to make sure that we connect you to the correct meter if there is a meter already at your location. Because think, Nora, if somebody lives in a property that has 3 meters, when we go there, we don't know which one we're supposed to connect because you did not tell us the meter number. So it may delay the process of you getting power, because we have to go back to the office to then call you to find out which meter is the correct meter for you, because we don't know, because you never told us. So we need to ensure you need to put the meter number in so that we connect the correct meter. And if you've had service with JPS before, put your customer number as well so we know who you are. Okay. Because you always have the same customer number. The only thing that changes is your premises number. So make sure you put your customer number in.
All right.
If you are a tenant, somebody's on?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Herbert, good morning.
Morning. Do you have a set rate per kilowatt?
If we have a set rate per kilowatt?
Yes.
No, it's not set. The rate per kilowatt hour depends on the variable costs that we have, which include the cost of fuel, the cost that we pay to the IPPs, the fuel and foreign exchange rate. So you'll find that within a particular month, it may be a particular figure and it may change for the next month. Right now, the cost per kilowatt hour is about $65.
$65?
Right.
Okay, where I have to see? I paid as to go last week Friday, $4,000. And it gives something like 65.
So let me remind you of something that maybe some customers don't remember. Coming out of the announcement that the government made recently about the changes in the GCT, your prepaid is has GCT applied to it. It didn't have it before. So you are going to get a little less than you used to get. So normally maybe 4,000 would have given you maybe 75 kilowatt hours or something like that. It's now giving you less because GCT is now applied to the prepaid rates.
Oh.
Right.
Like GCT wasn't applied to the original rate?
No, prepaid never had GCT before.
Prepaid and pay-as-you-go, the same thing?
Right, prepaid and pay-as-you-go, same thing. But you didn't have GCT on it before. But with the new rates that came, with the new GCT rates that came out from the government recently, what was included in the package was also that pay-as-you-go now has GCT charged to it. So when you make a purchase, you're going to see a little bit less kilowatt hours on your receipt.
So there's no benefit to the customer then?
Well, that one is not one that I can't make any comment on that.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's what the government stipulated.
And what is the GCT rate now?
The GCT on, let me go back and find it. I don't want to tell you anything incorrect. 1 minute. Let me just bring it up. Hold on. Want to make sure I don't give you any wrong information.
It's okay. Don't say Herbert. It's all right. It's okay.
It's like trying to get out of the I bill and say, to ensure that everybody pay their own rate.
Yeah.
But
all right. So you want GCT? So the new GCT rate on electricity bills is 7%. It moved from 15 to 7, right? Yeah. And then prepaid customers will start seeing that 7% on their purchases since May 1.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, Herbert, no problem. We are up on another break. We're going to take the break, and when we come back, we'll take more of your calls, and I see some questions online, so I will put those out as well.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is...
It's 9:46.
This Father's Day, escape to the Pamper Temple for ultimate relaxation. Adam and Eve Day Spa. All treatments are infused to melt your tension and remove stress. Pamper Dad with a massage, facial, body treatment, and mani-pedi. Unwind at Adam and Eve and enjoy complimentary Pure Country juices and Johnny Walker. But now at www.adamandevedayspaja.com. Purchase gift certificates. Call 876-754-6017 or WhatsApp 876-567-2142 for details.
Corian Solid Surface, so versatile and beautiful. It's non-porous, no sealing necessary, renewable and repairable, so easy to clean and maintain, and can be thermoformed into any shape. Choose Corian, the #1 solid surface in the world, when you want beauty and the best for your countertop. Visit Home International Limited, located at 104 Constance Ring Road. Telephone 755-1970 or 276-6448.
You have to win? Then just bet. Bet on the game, no stress, no sweat. And win big in the Wanna Bet Just Bet promotion. Spend $1,500 or more on one Just Bet ticket and complete the entry form at promotions.supremegames.com for your chance to win. Third place gets Beats by Dre. Second place gets an iPhone 15 and AirPods Pro. And first place gets a 65-inch TV and a soundbar. Promotion runs May 16 to July 20, 2025. Grand draw July 25, 2025. Authorized under Section 58. Three of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Bant, and we're taking your calls and questions as much as we can in the final minutes of the program. Ruthlyn Johnson is on with me, and Ruthlyn, this one came just after Herbert came on, or maybe a little before. It says, how can a deceased account holder close a JPS account? Well, how can that account be closed? Because the person would be dead. That
All right. So the family member of the deceased person just needs to come to us and show us the death certificate, so we're sure that the person is no longer here. And then that person will then write to say, I'm requesting on behalf of. In some instances, dependent on the nature of the situation, we may ask that you get a justice of the peace letter to confirm that you are the daughter of Mr. Brown. And then with that on your ID and your request, we will close the account.
Oh, well, Sharifa is saying they went with the, she says a friend of hers went to the office with a death certificate and they didn't get through. It would seem as if the customer service assistant was telling them something else. So
if you could get that information to me, because unless the customer service person wasn't able to or did not feel convinced that the person was related to the person, maybe.
Okay, all right.
Because if I'm going to close my mother's account, I need to be able to show that I am really my mother's child.
Right.
Because things happen, and persons might say, why all this drama? But things do happen. In our business, we found all kinds of things, and we have to go to court sometimes to answer to, how did that happen?
Yes.
How did you close this person's account, and the person is very much alive, and you never asked for the certificate? How is it that this person came in and said they were the child of this person, and you closed your account, and it turned out that this person is just a stranger trying to take away the person's property or something like that. So we always have to do these things. There's a reason why we do them. So sometimes they may seem cumbersome and people think, JP, so harassing me.
Yeah.
But it's important because things do happen. They don't happen a lot, but they do happen, and we're trying to prevent them from happening. So maybe the rep wasn't convinced that the person was the relative of the person. But in that case, I usually want to tell you what to do. So if you are really the relative, then you should be able to bring to me what I want. So I would need to talk to that person to see what exactly happened, why the matter wasn't resolved.
Okay. We have a caller on the line. Angela, good morning.
Hi, Nora. Miss Nora, good morning, and good morning to Ruth Lynn.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Nora and Ruth Lynn. Is that right? I get
Nora, I can pick up JPS. I did have it in mind. It coming like it's a prophet, Nora. Prophet Nora, your name from today. Because when I hear you say it, me did big up about 4 places. Because the customer service first thing, good at JPS. And my light bill for the past 4 years, when me use, when me pay for. So when I go on my email, go look for me, my light bill, me not have to drop down. Because it's what I use, I pay for it. Good. So them I go and go JPS, and everybody, I go say JPS good, but JPS me not have a problem. Them going on good.
Very nice.
Right, and as I said, the customer service, NWC customer service good too. And you let me tell you where a good customer service is. At Drug Serving Crossroad. Then every pharmacy, the security, everybody good there. So I don't know who make them. Come here, ask the people who make them. Because the people them so bad when you go a government place and how they treat older people bad, you really wonder about them good. Another place, I want them to give you some advertisement. West Side Courier Service. Yes. Here young girl work there and them have manners, respect and everything. Me tell them to give you some money after this. So big up yourself, Nora.
All right, big up yourself, Miss Angela. Right. Take care.
Thank you.
So JPS get
Nora,
big up.
What you say, Nora, what you say.
And I only saying JPS get big up. So big up JPS for the good customer service and keeping Miss Angela bill where it ought to be. Very nice.
We send the meter shows what she uses, and we send her a bill for what the meter shows. That's the thing, Even if somebody is saying that JPS is wicked, we send you a bill for what the meter shows. No, it may be that something has gone wrong in your house. Maybe, we talk about wiring and grounding. We're talking about those things, and the fridge that not pulling the right amount of power because it's not serviced and these things.
Yes.
But then JPS get the blame.
But speaking about wiring and all of that, someone on my TikTok was asking about that. They were saying that they believe that they are using too much electricity due to a wiring fault. If there's a possibility that JPS can assist with that.
Well, wiring on your property that is not working properly is really your responsibility. It's the electrician who should do it for you. But, I mean, if you come into us and say you suspect that something is wrong, the possibility exists that if we have the resources, we could let the technician come, but he will only be able to tell you what his findings are.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would get your electrician to fix the problem, to correct the issue.
Okay. So I
So
hope...
yes, the person can get in touch with us. You could send an email to calljps@jpsco.com. That will get you inside a little bit quicker than calling the 888 number. For that one, I'd say send an email to calljps@jpsco.com or make contact with us on the web chat, on the live chat, so you can actually talk to a rep inside JPS. And they may send somebody, may get a technician to come out and find out what the issue is, and then you get your electrician to fix it.
All right. Final caller for the morning, Levy. Good morning, Levy.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Is Levy gonna...
Good morning, Mr. Levy.
Harborview Tone.
I'm good. Is this the Mr. Levy that I know?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Well, Ms. Rosen, I'm asking you, please, if you can use your power along JPS Power to give us some street light from Raytown to Harborview roundabout and from the roundabout to St. Benedict.
Hold on, you're going fast. From Raytown
to Harborview.
To Harborview roundabout.
Harborview roundabout. And we're talking about street light?
Yes.
And from the roundabout to St. Benedict Primary School.
And then from the roundabout to St. Benedict Primary School?
Yeah. Rutland, I'm a count almost about 80-something street lights. Right, and you know them double. Right, and you know for them double because one light a shine over this side of the road and one over, because you know they are placed right in the median there. So 2 lights to each pole. Right, and about 6 or 7 of them are work. From Raytown to the roundabout.
Out of the 80th?
Yeah, right, because... Alright, because remember I said I do it by 2, because 2 lights is on a pole.
Right.
One over the other side, and because you know they are placed right in the... Right on the median there. The posts are placed there. Right, and believe me, like about 6 or 7 of them are work.
All right, so I'm going to speak with my streetlight gentleman when I'm finished, because I know yesterday he was actually out on that side of the world with a counselor doing a drive through and being shown, you know, the lights that might not be working. So let me see if he's actually covered some of this already yesterday.
Hopefully.
Let me just stop.
Yeah,
because especially on that stretch, Carib Cement and on that road there, Sir Florizel Gospel Highway, I believe, it's really dark.
All right, let me check in with him.
All right.
And see, because I know he was out there yesterday.
About a month ago, Carl lit down a guy right out to Caribbean Trace, because right out it is pitch dark. Right, and the guy was also like in a dark. The guy was also in a dark clothing.
Right.
So there are real people must wear light clothing at night. You want to say like if me left my yard in a dark clothes at night catching me a road, what me do?
Because
I'm going with a white t-shirt every day.
I'm joking. But you're right.
Yeah.
If you leave home and you get home at night, you can't just change your clothes because it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Let me look into that for you. All right?
Yeah, man. Do please every time you give some light.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So I see 2 comments, but we're going to need some additional information. One is from Corinne saying, in my area, we have been having the power going for seconds and minutes. Last week, it went for 30 minutes, and there's no explanation for these frequent breaks in transmission. Where are you, Corinne? That information is very important. And also, Darlton, who is saying there is a vine running at my house for over a year now. It's growing on the power line to the house, and we have reported it to JPS more than once, and even now, nothing. Please help. Dalton, we need to know where you are.
Yeah, we want to know, is the vine in his yard or is it on the road?
Or maybe it's running from the road to the power, to the line that goes into his yard, so I don't know.
All right. Assessment would be needed, so we need more information on that.
So Corinne says she's in the Waterloo Road, South Avenue area. Waterloo
and that's the one with the
frequent outage.
Short outages.
Yes.
Waterloo Road,
South Avenue. And I'm not seeing anything from Darlton, but we're going to have to go. So hopefully Darlton will get that message out before we run. Thank you so much, Ruth Lynn, for joining us this morning. See you. Well, not see you. Well, it would be good to see you.
See you next fall. You want me to come into the studio?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. I'll think about it.
Okay. All right.
All right. Take care. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right.
That's where we're going to leave it for JPS Cares and the Consumer Hour this morning. We're going to make way now for Cliff Hughes Online with Tyrone Reed.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
The hour between 9 and 10 was brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.